In this lesson, I'm going to show you a really cool way of adding layout constraint to your object without having to use the pin menu at the bottom here. Normally, when we want to add the layout constraint between a view and another view, we always go to the pin menu and then select which one that we want to pin, but we don't need to do that. A way to do it is to press the control key, press down the control key, and then drag to the view where you want to pin. So as you can see that I have so many things I could have pinned to. I can pin to this view. I can pin to another view, which is the view that is holding all the objects on my screen, all the controls on the screen. But I want to pin to the main view. So watch what happens when I drop it. So when I drop it, it gives me option, for example, trailing space to view. So if I click on that, you see it had the trailing pin. So now let's do it for the bottom. So I'm going to drag a control drag again to the main view, and I can pin to the vertical spacing to bottom layout guide. So I'm going to click that, and as you can see, it pinned it. So one thing you keep in mind is the options that will show up will depend on the direction of drag. Because I drag it towards the right, that's why I got the option to pin the trailing. But if I drag, for example, watch what happens when I drop it. I don't have the option for the leading space. I only have the option for trailing space, which by this circle, this white dot shows that it's already pinned. But if I want to pin to the leading, I have to drag it towards the left. So it's quite clever to know what you want to pin. So I'm going to click the leading. So now we have that, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to add multiple at the same time. So I'm going to select the three. I'm going to delete them. Okay, now we don't have any more pin. So I'm going to control drag to the main view, drop it, and press the command key. Just press down the command key and you'll be able to select multiple options. So for example, I'm going to select trailing space to view, vertical space to bottom, and let me say center horizontally. You see, now we are able to select multiple options, and then I'm going to click add constraint. You can see that it's added 3 constraints for us. But I'm going to undo that again, and I'm going to show you another way to get all the options. Because the options that it shows depend on the direction that you drag, that might not be what you want. Sometimes you might want to see all the options, and the best way to do that is to use the document outline area. So if you drag between, just control drag between the object and the main view, like I said, I want to pin to the main view. Now you see that we have all the options that are available. It's not showing the option based on the direction of drag. So I'm going to press down the command key, and I'm going to choose leading, trailing, and I'm going to choose, which one should we choose? Bottom, yeah, vertical space to bottom, and that's it. So I'm going to click add constraint, and as you can see, it's added it. You might be wondering, why do you want to go through this hassle to add your constraint like this? But sometimes your view might not be visible. Maybe it's being blocked by something else. You don't have direct access to it. You can add your constraint from the document outline like this. And I hope you find that useful. Thank you.